It's Nick Shell. So here's the thing. I get comments saying I should do stuff other than hair. Let's keep it interesting, not the same old boring stuff about hair all the time, Nick. So I asked for specific ideas that will be more popular than my hair videos, because it's got to be worth my time. So somebody had mentioned, well, why don't you talk about sports or religion? Okay, let me do that. Let me talk about sports and religion in the same video and make it interesting and something that you've never heard before. I can do that right now. Let's do this. I am what I refer to, and I made this up, copyright Nick Shell. I am what I call a sports agnostic. Okay, let me process that. Now, what I'm not saying is that I'm an agnostic when it comes to God. I absolutely believe in God. And I'm you wouldn't maybe know this about me by watching my hair videos, because I'm so like direct and big brotherly and stuff, based on my personality being pretty bold. But I'm a Christian. Like I go to church. I've believed my whole life. I'm like crazy into Jesus stuff. Like, for example, like absolutely believe that Jesus is the Son of God, that he died for our sins. Like everything that like Christians believe, like that is me. Like, and I understand if you're not of the Christian faith, you think that stuff sounds crazy. What? Virgin Mary gives birth to a Jesus, and then he died for the sins of people. And yeah, I'm into all of that, and I have been my whole life. And I've thought, is this really what? Yeah, it's really what I believe. So my family we go to church every day. We tithe 10% of our income to our church. And from there, our church sends money to other places in the world to help people have clean water and that sort of thing. Like, I believe in helping the world through that. That's firmly what I believe. So there, in case you didn't know, I very much am a Christian, and that defines my life. And that's one of the reasons why, as you see me talk in these videos, that I don't use profanity. I want to keep things clean, in what I do, because I believe I should be set apart in the way I speak. And especially, even more so than my lack of profanity, is something I want you to see, is that I believe so much of what Jesus taught has to go back to that, what I talk about, my victim versus victor mentality, that if you're victorious, you forgive people, that you, even that, if you're forgiving instead of holding grudges, things like that. That all goes back to my Christian faith, though I don't spell it out. This is a rare video in which I actually am. So when it comes to my beliefs in God, absolutely, I am a Christian. I want to be so clear about that. Now, with that being said, when it comes to sports, you can call me more of an agnostic. It's not that I don't care. Like, it's not that I think that people shouldn't participate in sports or something like that. It's just that personally, I don't care. Like, I was born in Alabama and raised in Alabama. I was born into a family in which my uncle gave me Roll Tide stuff. So I've always had Roll Tide everything all the time. Even on my car right now, there's a Roll Tide plate on there for University of Alabama. But what I'm saying is, I don't personally get it or care about sports. Like, I played baseball in elementary school. I played basketball, but music was always my thing, and acting and plays and stuff. Like, that was my thing. Making videos, doing my blog. That's the stuff that has always grabbed me. But we just weren't a sports kind of family. Like, for example, my dad, absolutely part of the picture. Big part of my life. Very active. And he was into martial arts. But we never, had the game on. There was no game. We knew about it. I knew I was supposed to root for one side, but my family didn't care about sports. So we didn't care about sports. And what I don't understand about other men, and this sets me apart from the mainstream, is I just can't personally relate to caring about any kind of game. Like, it amazes me that guys come into the office and they'll talk about, hey, did you see the game? And then they know all these details about the players and the calls that were made and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, how does that affect your life? Like, how does your life, how do you make money from this? Like, for me, if I can't make money off of it, then it's not worth that time. They spend hours watching and analyzing and talking about these games. And as for me, I'm thinking, okay, as a blogger, I get free cars to review on my blog. They'll give me a car. They'll bring a Lexus to my house, and I get to review it on a road trip. Family Friendly Daddy blog. You'll see it if you Google that. And even for YouTube, like I make a growing amount of number every month. I make like about $40 a month is all I make right now, but at the rate I'm going, it's scheduled to double in the next couple of months. And so before I know it, I'll be making over $100 a month by doing these videos. And see, that's a passion and a hobby that I care about. Plus I make money, but you can't make money off of sports unless you're gambling, and that's not a surefire thing. This is free money for me. So when it comes to sports, I'm an agnostic. There you go. Sports and religion. Got it.